What's up, superstars? Back with another video. You got Superstar Rob and you got Superstar Nation. How you guys doing? Oh man, I am excited to talk to you guys today. We got really interesting stuff that we got to talk about. But if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the Superstar family, hit the bell notification button before we get started on this video today, because you never want to miss every single day when we post. You don't know what we're going to hit you with, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit the bell so you get notified of our videos. Also, Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month to start, your name, access to our spreadsheets, giveaways. If you're very interested, you can get a potentially from starnaming.com, a star in the universe named after you. Join the Superstar Constellation. For those who are in our VIP memberships, you get first access to that. So thank you guys all our supporters. You can always reach out to us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. We really do like speaking to everybody, anyone in the Superstar fam. You can also reach out to us in our Discord below. If you look in the link below, you'll see our Discord. Lots of great superstars from the Superstar Nation in there, constantly discussing ideas. Really great Discord. So feel free to join in. But if you ever want to talk to us directly, just don't hesitate. Twitter, you'll get the most response. So go on Twitter, hit our DM, and we are looking forward to talking to you. Thank you so much. Look at our superstars. Look at this. Oh my God. 3 pages. I think there was a new one today as well. Guys, you guys are incredible. Like, I just don't understand how it's steady 3 pages of VIP members every month. You guys are so amazing, and you keep us going. This is why we will not stop. Okay, quickly, our news. Vivi posted, vision for the future continues to get brighter, WWDC 23. Joe and I did put out a video yesterday with a little bit of criticism of Vivi for not at least addressing the WWDC in terms of how important it is to their future. We're going to talk a little bit about that in today's video topic. But this was huge. Apple Vision Pro, like big news. So of course, Vivi's finally addressed it. We know that Vivi collectibles, many of them are Unity based, so they should be compatible with the Vision Pro. Also, Elmon X, we are building with Unity. Our experiences will be accessible with the new Apple Vision Pro across VR. So I like that confirmation. The thing that I'm a little bit disappointed in still is that I just want Vivi just to say this. Like every project we track has literally just went on Twitter and made the statement, we are accessible with new Apple Vision Pro. Just why can't Vivi just say it? Just say you're accessible with the Vision Pro, so that it's like get the monkey up back. Because even this vision for the future continues to get brighter. Say all Vivi collectibles are ready to go for the future. That's what I want to hear. Haven't heard it yet, but based on what we know, it should be compatible and there should be no issues. Cryptoids, make sure you check out to the live stream on Thursday. Joe and I will be on there with some other special guests. So please make sure you join. We can't wait to kick it with the Cryptoids fam. We really do love the project, and we really can't wait to sit there and see what they might have in store for us. Here's an example of one of Super VBK. He said, pumped to see Superstar Money on the Cryptoids live stream June 8th. So make sure you come June 8th. He got an Ultra Grail Darth Vader. Congratulations to him. So make sure you guys check it out. Okay. So today's video, I did it, guys. I made a chart. Okay, I made a chart. So I'm thinking this is groundbreaking. Okay, we always knew that the Vision Pro was coming. They're not glasses per se. It's a headset. Glasses are going to be in the future. We don't know exactly when it's going to come out. There was some speculation about 2026, but we'll have to see how the technology transforms until we get those points. So these are a little bit more bulkier. Apple released a whole video partnership with Disney and how it's going to be pretty incredible, and how the Apple Vision Pro is going to introduce the world, just like the iPhone introduced the world to the smartphones. Well, the touchscreen smartphones, I should say, because BlackBerry was the first one. But how Apple Vision Pro will change the world and how it's going to change how we do things. So it made me wonder, like, we track certain projects on this channel because we're attracted to certain things. So I want to put it down on a matrix to say, what is it exactly that we're looking for when we're looking for NFT projects that we think are going to do very well in the future because of how the Vision Pro will integrate them into that new utility that the Apple Vision Pro brings. And those who aren't familiar with it, make sure you check it out, because you literally put on the headset and you're able with your hands. There's a camera that looks at your eyes. There's a camera outwards that looks at your hands, and you can literally interact like you're on your phone hitting your app, you hitting your app but in space. Soon computers are going to be done that way. Soon everything's going to be done that way, all through your hands and interacting with the glasses. It's going to be pretty incredible, but there's going to be more things. So I hope you guys can see. It may be a little bit small, okay, but what I created here was a chart where I want to put down what is the criteria of what exactly Apple's Vision Pro will transform, and what NFT criteria are we looking for that should do very well in the future, the features that come with it, and then I rank them in terms of what I think is most important to least important. And I have some notes on the side that you could read on your own. I'm just going to speak off the top of my head. So the first one is AR art. So right off the bat, there's going to be a whole new world of art created thanks to the Apple Vision Pro. Okay. So starting off, you're going to have geographic referencing of art. And this is something we've talked about a lot on this channel. And this, we all know what's coming. We probably won't see it right away, but we're definitely going to see it within the next couple of years. This is where you buy art in some kind of physical space like this room. Let's say I want to hang something on my white walls. Using these glasses, I could buy art, which is probably going to be an associated NFT, and I can hang it on my wall, and it stays in that spot permanently. So anyone else who puts these glasses on that walks into that space also sees that art hanging there. And this is going to be just how people decorate their homes to get a feel for the room, to make it look beautiful. I do believe that the same thing will happen with AR art. This is going to bring utility to AR art. Any NFTs that are art will become more valuable when people start wanting them to hang them in their room geographically and geographically referencing them. Another thing is that new art forms are now going to be created. That's here. There's going to be new art forms emerging. So for example, you're going to have moving art, right? Most people, when they hang a painting on the wall, it doesn't really move. I know they got some digital screens. Sometimes people put photos in them and the photos change over time. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like full blown, like it's moving. It pops out at you. It has depth. As you walk by it, it jumps at you. You know how you walk by those optical illusion art where the eyes always look like they're looking at you? Well, this is going to be on a different level. Those eyes are actually going to be moving towards you and where you are. So they could do a lot of really, really cool things with creating new art forms. And then to extend that one step further, they can actually make it now interactive, right? You could actually have interactive art. You can have art that you go up to and you can play like a little mini game, or you can have art that you go up to and maybe you can pull something out of the art and wear it. It's truly endless in terms of what you can develop and come up with for the different forms of art. So these are just 3 different features to give you an idea of how art may become extremely more useful to those using Apple Vision Pro and using metaverses than currently right now. So I'll get back to the ranking after I finish running through them. So AR fashion now is the next thing I want to bring up. We already see it right now with Nike, and there's different projects out there where you can wear, AR shoes on your feet, where you wear AR clothes. We saw in the Apple Vision Pro, we saw in the video that they released how somebody was interacting and the character threw like an armband at the person. The person reached out the arm and boom, the armband connected to their arm. And that person's experienced that and seeing that through their glasses. So wearable AR is the number one thing. People are going to want to wear it because imagine you're going to have a meeting, you're interacting with somebody else and you want to represent yourself. Maybe you don't want to wear the University of Toronto t-shirt. Maybe you want to change it. So you can do that with wearable AR. You can maybe change it even on the fly. And then also, let's say this hat, Superstar Money hat. I can maybe have a bunch of them and have them as NFTs and then sell them to those who, just like how we sold physical hats. So people will buy these hats because they want to wear them and represent themselves in a certain way. Another thing that I thought was pretty cool is you can always just change throughout the day. Like maybe you have a meeting that you want to go to, you want to wear a suit. You put on a wearable suit, and that's how you represent yourself. Even though you're wearing a t-shirt in the actual physical space, when you join into that realm, you can actually now wear different clothing depending on what you're doing throughout the day and represent yourself in that way. And then another thing, which is feature 3, is that you have accessories now that you're going to buy. An example would be a watch, but now you don't have to buy any watch. You could pretty easily probably get a replicated Rolex if you want to represent yourself that way. You could get something that in the physical world is very expensive, very highly sought after. And you can buy those accessories to help, as we would call them, skins in games, right? To help represent yourself. So I think that's going to be something that's going to projects that provide AR art, AR fashion are going to do very well as this technology becomes more and more mainstreamed and it continues to progress itself and grow, because the technology is not going to stay the same. It's going to get better and it's going to grow, and projects that are already in this space providing these things should do very well with them. AR gaming is huge. We already know the gaming industry is an incredibly profitable industry because we all love games. We all want to have fun. They're addictive. So what the very first thing that comes to mind is that you can have interactive gaming experiences in AR. We've seen it before in VR. It exists in AR. There are some projects that you could look at. If you go online, you could look for AR games. There are like tabletop games where you could put the character on the table and play with them. But like what we were seeing with the Apple Vision Pro, this I think will truly bring to the masses AR gaming, and they're going to just show everyone the technology that already exists. Apple just finds a way to do it better. They're going to find a way to do it in a way that's smooth, easy to understand, very easy just to jump on board quickly and catch up and have fun with it. So interactive gaming, I think, is going to be massive. So any kind of projects that have interactive gaming should do very well. Another thing too is that people will now definitely want to buy NFTs to go and use them in games. So any kind of gaming, any NFT project that's associated with gaming that have NFTs that you need for the gaming. You can imagine a Fortnite where you had to buy NFTs as skins and use them in a game world, something like that. Those projects should do very, very well if you have NFTs that are in that. And then also the third feature I came up with is educational teaching. Because if you have the Apple Vision Pro, you now gain access to experiencing a reality that doesn't exist. However, you might be able to learn real quality skills without actually ever doing anything. So there's so many different examples. Like maybe I want to learn how to drive a car, right? Maybe I'm just getting my license and I want to, we have it all the time, simulations. But now it's bringing that simulation directly to you in an easy way. Sure, there's lots of different simulators out there that maybe you could find to learn how to do something, but the Vision Pro is going to do it in a way that makes it for the masses to easily jump on board and learn. We're going to be learning stuff just completely different. Like you saw that advertisement, I think it was from Meta, where you saw a world you saw like a globe, someone was learning about Mars, and you can spin it with your hand, and you could click on a crater and you can learn about the crater. So the educational benefits that it could be done through gaming are going to be huge. And I can see that really being the catalyst of taking the Apple Vision Pro to the next level. Is that AR gaming, I think, may actually lead the space in terms of that cutting edge change that the masses will eventually jump on. The next thing is AR real estate. People are like, why would I ever want AR real estate? It's not real. You know, if I live in my house, I can actually live in my house. It protects me from rain. So, of course, physical real estate is always going to be important. However, you can imagine as some of these metaverses are going to gain popularity, as you're going to immerse yourself in a world that don't actually exist, there may be geographic areas where you can socialize with other users. And there might be a downtown area where everybody wants to hang out. That's where all the games are. And you might be able to buy pieces of land, and that might be very, very useful because you can monetize it. So imagine you own your own space in a metaverse world that you could walk around and you could decorate it any way you want, and you happen to have it in a really popular area in the metaverse. Well, guess what? You can now use that real estate for advertisements because there's so much volume of people socializing in that area. All of a sudden now, maybe you'll want to go to this guy's metaverse store and buy some Rolexes, some digital Rolexes that you can wear. Or maybe it's like, hey, you guys are looking for NFTs to this game. You can buy it from this person. And so you could do advertisements in that manner. And it doesn't stop there. You could also rent the space out. Maybe for whatever reason, it's beautifully decorated. You've done a really good job creating a space that people would want to hang out in, maybe have a socialized party, maybe have a meeting. Now you can rent that space out, and other people might come to your land and pay you so they could have that space available to them because they have so many cool digital collectibles, for example. And that leads us into the next thing. AR collectibles are going to pop with Apple Vision Pro. You want to have NFT projects that have digital collectibles because That's going to be the key to many things. So you can actually own collectibles now that can be interacted with because they're built in AR. They actually may have AI, right? If they have built-in AI, you may actually be able to speak organically with digital collectibles and actually have a conversation. They may become your friends. You might have fake friends that are your digital collectibles that you own because AI is built into them, and they can have a conversation with you and have personality with you. That's dangerous, man. That is going to be dangerous. And there's a lot of talk we know from the Crypto CEO Will how they're going to have built-in protections, guardian protections that they may need to help prevent these AIs from running loose on children and maybe tainting their minds with things that they don't really need to know, or maybe false information. It could be a lot of different things, dangerous things that could happen with children. But you can imagine as me and you are talking right now and you're listening to this, in a way you're thinking something, I'm speaking to you, and you're organically coming up and inventing your stuff while I speak to you. I'm organically coming up with thoughts. Imagine now a robot being able to do that, or more specifically, a digital collectible that you can only interact with when you put these glasses on. So that's going to be massive. Another thing is that AR collectibles are probably going to be important for AR gaming. So with AR gaming, you're probably going to have, AR collectibles that you can integrate into your game and use. Only if you own this collectible, you're able to play this game, that kind of idea. So I could see that happening. Another thing too is access to different parts of the metaverse. You have to own this collectible if you want to get Star Wars access to that part of the metaverse, for example. So you could definitely have a lot of utility with AR collectibles and how they're going to be useful. And NFT projects that are offering them, I think, are going to do very, very well. And also another thing too is just historic collectibles. We all know that there are physical collectibles that are extremely rare in the physical world. Well, guess what? You can replicate them perfectly, put them into this physical space. They never get destroyed, and you can actually interact with them, use them, and look at them in a way that you never have been able to do before. And this doesn't stop there. I mean, I could have kept going on this list. Like, they talked about sports, AR sports. You could go watch a game live. You don't have to be at the game. Go watch the playoff game in Florida. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. The possibilities are absolutely endless. Okay. So I ranked these. I said, what is if I gotta jump on NFT projects, what are like the most important things to me that would make me want to jump on this NFT project to prepare myself for that future utility, and as well, maybe getting a discount on the things that I'm buying now, because so many people are going to want them in the future. The demand for the things that I'm buying now are going to be more valuable in the future. So I better get them now. Not that I think that there's any rush to FOMO into any of this stuff, but I would like to think about what project should I be identifying. So to me, number one is AR gaming. I do think AR gaming is going to lead this space. First comes AR gaming, everything else then falls into it. Now, don't get me wrong. All these other things can do a really good job standalone by itself with the glasses. Okay, I'm not saying that these things individually aren't amazing. I just think, as difficult as it is, if I had to rank them, AR gaming to me is more important than AR art, AR fashion, AR real estate, and AR collectibles. That's my opinion. But they're all connected. They're all intertwined. And that's why they're all important. So best case scenario are NFT projects that have all five of these things. But AR gaming to me will be the number one thing that will drive utility for the value of any NFTs you may buy in that project. The second thing then is AR real estate. I think AR real estate is going to be something that's going to catch people off guard. They don't realize how important it's going to be, how you can monetize it. I think that's really the utility and how important it can be. People are going to want to advertise. For example, the Superstar Money YouTube channel. Maybe there's a really popular area in a metaverse and we want to throw our symbol up there and advertise. So everyone's like, what's that S in the air? Well, it's Superstar Money. Go check them out. And make sure you hit the subscribe button while you're at it, which, by the way, if you haven't, make sure you hit it. Okay, so AR real estate is going to be really important. And I think with gaming, you can intertwine real estate, and people are going to want to buy real estate because of the gaming potential that they may have from that. So I think you could do some really interesting things with that. Then you have AR collectibles. AR collectibles, to me, are the third most important thing because of AI potential. Okay, I would have actually dropped this on the list, but because I know that they're coming out with AR collectibles that have built-in AI into them, your NPCs, your non-player characters, now actually are kind of like real. Like they can talk to you, they can have a conversation with you, they can have personalities based on their coding. You could be friends with them. They might even help you. They might be like a chat GPT built into them answering your questions. So I think because of that, AR collectibles would be really, really important. Like if that existed right now, don't get me wrong, right? If that existed right now, it would be number one on the list because that would be the only thing that currently really exists in a good form. People would be running to buy these collectibles to talk to them. But I do think that first gaming will come, projects that offer land will be second most important, and then collectibles right now is the third most important. Then I think is AR art. Once you have the gaming, the real estate, and the collectibles, now you need art to decorate your space because maybe you want to monetize your land by making it look beautiful, or maybe you hang out so much time, working in a space that's not even real. Maybe you want to decorate in such a way that makes you feel a certain way, so you go and buy a lot of interactive art, or maybe you just buy art that doesn't even interact, that just stays there and looks pretty. Whatever it is, I think that that's going to be pretty important. And the Apple Vision Pro is going to open the door to that. And a lot of people are going to be looking for that kind of stuff. So I ranked it fourth. And then AR fashion, I put it last. I think AR fashion is only going to matter when all the other stuff is taken care of. And then the accessories and everything that follows with it, that will then follow last. So, I mean, the projects we're into are Vivi, Cryptoys, McFarlane, and SoRare. SoRare really has no part in this because SoRare is more of a fantasy sport. It's gamified, but it's gamified in terms of fantasy sports. It doesn't really have a metaverse aspect to it yet, and I don't think they have any plans. So that wouldn't be a good fit. On the other hand, you have Vivi, McFarlane, and Cryptoys, which all have collectibles that are Unity compatible. We do know that they all have metaverse potential. Cryptoys and Vivi for sure leading that. They all want to build, the Cryptoy verse, the Vivi verse. I think McFarlane's in that space too, but they kind of taking a different approach. They want to hop onto the metaverse they think are leading and kind of integrate that way. So these three projects, they're starting to get, I mean, McFarlane, they have the AR collectibles. We don't know what they really have planned in terms of the rest of it. They have the metaverse already getting set up so you can socialize. Vivi and Cryptoys have some serious IP. Look at, McFarlane's an amazing IP, but it's not Disney, right? And you have Cryptoys now and Vivi that both have Disney, like they have Star Wars IP, which I think is going to bring a lot of people into the space. And then you saw, if you watched the Apple event, you saw, Disney literally come up, partner with Apple to show that experiences that you can have with Disney Plus, and that it's going to be incredible, right? So these are projects that we follow because we know that they want metaverse gaming that are coming. We know the collectibles are already there. They're pretty cool. Some of them are animated. Some of them have sound. The quality is pretty good on some of them for sure. And then you also have the AI integration on Cryptoys that's coming really soon. The real estate potential and the Viviverse and crypto. I mean, I'll be honest, like these projects, a lot of this stuff still hasn't come yet. And until things come, they're not really here, right? Companies can promise you the world, but until they actually deliver on them, you don't actually know if they're there or not. So if you're really early right now, if you're looking into NFT projects that you want to buy now or buy into now in preparation for the Apple Vision Pro, but yeah, like these are the criteria for me that I'm looking for in NFT projects. If I'm going to buy them and I'm going to follow them, and on this YouTube channel, for example, Joe and I are going to track them. We want them to have the potential for AR art, AR fashion, AR gaming, AR real estate, and AR collectibles. And again, you can keep going. You can do AR sports. I mean, it's really endless, but this is the meat and potatoes here. So I'd be really curious to know what you guys all think. Like, did you guys think that this is the key criteria? Or do you have any projects that you want to tell me about that maybe I didn't mention today that you think are going to do really, really well because they have the makings of all the things that we just discussed? Let me know what you guys think about my ranking. Do you agree with my ranking? Do you think AR gaming is the number one most important thing? Or do you think that there's another one of the things that I mentioned that are more important than AR gaming? Because really they're all important. So it's hard to break them up and rank them, but you have to do it. Okay, you can't just say they're all important. You got to pick one. What's the most important to you? I'd like to hear from you. And guys, if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar family, hit the bell notification button to get every single video, every single day. The market is going to heat up now with this news. They got their eyes right now on the space, especially with this announcement. So make sure you hit the bell notification button so you hear what we have to say every single day. Also, thank you to all our Superstar VIPs. It's $2.99 a month. Extra support to the channel. Get access to our giveaways, spreadsheets, you name it. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Take care, and we'll see you next one. Bye-bye. Love you.